Greetings, everyone. Welcome to, this Monday, February 17 edition of the Market Update. Man, we are flying by. Gosh, when I just said that, it checked me. So listen, big weekend it was here. We're finally feeling like spring weather, but unfortunately, this weekend was the big seaside race. You know, they do it every year. It fell on President's Day weekend, and they got washed out. I think it was the first time in 20-something years, maybe, that it got canceled due to heavy rain we had. And then by 10 a.m., the skies just parted, and I was outside all day. It was amazing. So, man, it feels like it. There were a lot of people in town. I'm negotiating offers right now. Man, I'm going to tell you, it is these offers. I'm going to get into this. That's going to be the point of my topic of conversation, and it's an important one because everybody needs to hear it, both buyer and seller. It's active out there, but boy, it's just kind of all over the place. But I've got a feeling on how these numbers are going to turn out, and I think it's going to be drastically different than what I was saying last week and what I was projecting or maybe hoping for. Okay. But I'm going to clarify what I'm going to say. So it's all good. Everything I'm going to say is good, but it just needs some clarity. Man, I hope y'all are doing great. Man, I'm still working with so many of you, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for letting me list your property. Thank you for letting me help you buy your home here. We love it. We do not take it for granted and appreciate every one of you. All right, listen, here we go. New listings, 81. 81, guys. 81 new listings. Now, this was what we had like second week in January. And I was like, okay, listen, there's a little bit of activity. I was surprised it came on in January, but I think it's going to subside. And it did. 3 weeks in a row, we were in the 40s, which is super normal. Okay. Now I'm going to get to the pendings in a second, but 81. But let me tell you what's going on. And I'm going to talk about this more in a second. When I go digging deeper in these, I don't just read these numbers and I'm done for the day. I like spend time in this hot sheet every day. A lot of these new listings are existing listings that were taken off the market, maybe a price reduction, brought back on MLS, and shows up as a new listing. That's a lot of these. It's strategy. Casey, why did it happen this week? It was a long weekend. It was President's Day. I made a couple of these strategic moves, okay? Just because it was that first wave of people kind of coming down on a break. Now, the people that I worked with that came down, they had already been engaged on something or they come down several times. But I'm just trying to paint the picture for you on what's behind the numbers. This is not 81 brand new listings coming to the market, and it was a long weekend. So I still hold true that I think this is going to settle down and we're going to settle in those 40s and we're going to keep chopping away. But let's see how we did on the pendings. 29 pending, right? So right in line. That's what we want. Listen, the inventory is going to ebb and flow because there's manipulation in the numbers by agents because they're allowed to. They can take something off, bring it back on. It's new. Doesn't mean it's the first time showing up. What they can't manipulate is the pendings, right? I'm most interested in what's going under contract, and we remain super steady. Casey's phone remains ringing, okay? We are very steady. Be patient, sellers. If you're getting showings, just stay true. Listen to the feedback and stay true. If you're not getting showings, you need to do something, okay? Closed properties, 18, right in line. Let's look at price changes, 47. That's actually lower than I was expecting on a holiday weekend. But guys, this is what's happening. Our price changes are going lower because our system allows agents to take it off the market for 2 days, do a price reduction, and bring it back on, and it shows up as a new listing. And guess what? When you do that versus a price change, you get more action on your property because it hits buyers' inboxes as new. What's more compelling than something new, changing the picture, just kind of getting that new audience at that new price point? That's why we're seeing the price change category go down. If you remember this time last year, it wasn't shocking to wake up and see 70 and 80 price changes. But what's happening now is we have runs on these long weekends of 81 new listings when a vast majority of these things should be in the price changes. Listen, I'm complaining about the game just because it manipulates the numbers on what we're trying to do. But I got to be honest, like I participate too, because If everybody else is doing it, I want what's in the best interest of my seller. If it makes it feel good as a new listing, we're going to get it out there and run it. But that's what's happening, going on. So what I don't want you guys to do is see those new listings and go, man, Casey, you were saying it might settle down and it's just going crazy. Listen, I thought the same thing. I didn't want to see 81 new listings, but I did the deep dive, right? Look on the surface. Guys, go back through these. These are not like new. It might be a new price, might be a new front picture, but a new listing, it is not. It is not brand new. There's some in there that are for sure, but there's a decent percentage that are just refreshed. We ought to have a category called refresh listings. Look, I play the game. I'm going to do it for my sellers, but as you guys know, when we're talking and doing this, it's hard to read. Offers, guys, and all of you watching, I am trying to get the market to send me reasoning behind their offer. Buyers, I get it. Right now, you feel like this is your time. You've been kind of waiting on this. You've been kind of saying, man, I've got some negotiation room. And I'm not saying that's not true. It's working out for both. Sellers are agreeing to things they're happy with. Buyers are getting deals that they're happy with. If you're a buyer on the sideline, you need to get active. There's opportunities out there. Now, buyers, stop sending offers without justification. Your offer's falling flat. Find a comp. Guys, here's where we're coming from. This is why we're comparing it to this. I got another one over the weekend. Just the price. I got to call the agent back and be like, hey, why'd you send that offer? Well, that's just kind of where they wanted to send. Like, I know they wanted to send it there, but like, give me something to work with. Guys, it's a business transaction where we're trying to show value, not what just somebody feels like paying or what somebody should sell it for. Like, let's try to use the market. Let's come in with comps. Everybody appreciates that, right? We can have a conversation about that. And buyers, if you can't find a comp, it just is what it is, right? You're just making an offer. It's okay to be transparent about that too. Like, hey, here's our budget. We know it's below the last comp, but we know you've been out there for X days and we just want to try it. Fair enough. At least we know, right? But just kind of give evidence, because when I respond as a seller, helping a seller, I'm going to give evidence. Hey, listen, appreciate your offer, but we think we should be in this range because of this, this, and this, right? May work out, it may or not, but I like to share the position. So it's just becoming trend. And I think that, and I understand it, agents, the buyers just want to make the offer, but I think that it just should get, I think that what I'm fearful of, buyers could be getting better opportunities if they would just justify their case out there. Because anytime you send an offer without any justification, the seller just assumes you have no reasoning for what you're doing. Right? Man, listen, lots going on. I feel good about 2026. I really do. I hope you guys feel it. You're not going to hear me go, man, it's on fire. But I'm telling you, we're going to put together some great transactions for both sellers and buyers this year. And the market is super healthy. Rates have leveled. There's great loan packages out there. You guys talk to Pierce. You know we bring him on here. Need to get with him if you're thinking about it at all. Just understand the lay of the land. Know what you can get out there. There's some great opportunity, okay? Big week coming up. More stuff. I'm bringing you an update on what's going on with the beach and the beach accesses. Boy, that was something we showed up on HBO the other night. I'm going to bring you that. Yeah, on some show. Somebody sent me a link yesterday. I'm going to break that down on the beach. And then I got some new properties coming for you. And I've got another interview next Monday. We're going to dive into that big, beautiful bill and what some people are taking advantage of out there. Appreciate you guys. Again, please keep reaching out to me. Let me know when you're in town. We'd love to meet up with you. Gosh, Chris, if you're watching this, we're going to get up for coffee this week. That's funny. I just remembered that and saying that. So appreciate y'all. Let me know how I can help, and look forward to seeing you soon.